We back. Episode 33 of the best damn. Is it episode 33?
I think so.
I believe it
Yeah,
is episode 33. Who is Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird. We fuck with Larry Bird, don't we? We don't.
We fuck with Larry Bird?
Okay, I don't fuck with Boston like that, but
I fuck with Bird. I fuck with Bird.
I fuck with Bird. All right.
Who wore 33? Pat Ewing wore 33.
Patrick Ewing. Who else wore 33? Yeah, did
I
Shaq
feel
wear
like
33? Did Shaq
wear
wear 33? Hey,
with,
LSU, didn't he?
I think he wore 33 with like Phoenix. I think. Remember, it was like end of his career.
He was.
Cleveland.
Shaq had a weird in his career with teams, yo. He wasn't that bad with Phoenix, but when he started going to Cleveland and Boston and shit like that shit was weird.
Motherfucker was ring chasing, man.
He was like, you already got 4. Sit your ass down somewhere. What the fuck going on?
He was overweight and shit.
He was looking wild, looking dumb. But man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. We got a big episode ahead. But for us that don't know, I'm Jay. I got my brothers and sister with me. I got Nick Andre. I got Lo. Oh, real quick though, man. Happy birthday again to Wiley, the man of the ones and twos. We love that man. Wiley, man. Wiley, I don't want to put you on the spot, man, but how old are you, man?
Get up here, Wiley.
I knew you was
going. Come on now, you know already. Big O Trey in the building. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Y'all know the motherfucking vibes.
So y'all know his birthday was March 30th, but happy birthday to our brother, man.
No, I appreciate y'all, man. Yes, my birthday was Sunday. I went out to DC, had me a good time up until Monday morning. I don't even want to put it like this. I had to spend $200 Monday morning.
Yeah, damn, it's never okay to spend some money out of nowhere.
Yes, Lo. And the bad part is
that 200 is always a car tow.
Look, always. And the bad part is I had a parking pass, parked in my sister's apartment, and my car was in there the entire weekend.
And they came and got your ass like you thought, nigga. You thought you were gonna get away, but 200 is like with 250, man. Some places here, bro, it'd be like 350, 375. Some places here, bro.
I say when I got my car towed years ago, it was like 250.
Man, dog, getting your shit towed is. I got my shit towed once coming out of going to see Wicked to play. Came out. I mean, this play was fire. I looking like, man, my shit is that's like an open spot.
Where's that shit go, boy?
Yo, my night was ruined. Like, I'm damn this play, man. I was looking like my shit is not there. Now you got to find where your shit at. Like, man, dog, I'm ready to get to drinking after this.
You got to call somebody to come get you. Like, I hate that shit, man. I hate asking for rides, man.
And I appreciate all the
look, my car has never gotten towed. Let me knock on wood.
That was one time for me. I don't play that shit no more, man. I'm sorry that happened to you though, Wiley, man. I'm sorry, man.
It's all good, man.
I will admit, Jay, I ain't gonna lie, like them parking garages in Chicago is crazy.
Oh yeah, man. Like, I was on the street, so they shouldn't even come get you in the garage. But that happened to me on the street. So, but I don't like when we like this week when the boys was on spring break, we going different places. We going to parking garage. Some places be like, if you get in there, it'd be like $27 for like up to 4 hours, and after that, from 4 to 12 is like 35. So I don't even play with the streets no more, man. I just go to the parking garages because I ain't got time, bro. I couldn't imagine getting my car towed with the family.
Oh, that's even.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even imagine nothing like that. Now I gotta get an Uber big enough for all 6 of us. So that's gonna probably be $100 just if we go find where. No, man, hell no, I ain't got time for that. But man, how everybody doing? I hope y'all having a good. I know y'all been having a good day, but y'all ready to do this pod thing? Yeah, people been asking questions. I don't know how about y'all. I know for a fact they've been asking y'all.
Bro,
they've been asking me.
Bro, I think over the past like 5 days, I've been overwhelmed with like DMs and people mentioning me and stuff, man. It's been hectic, man. We gonna talk about all of it, man.
I finally had to tell people stop asking me questions, bro.
Literally.
Just come here tonight. I don't have time. I answered a few people at me. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. This is not it's over with. Man, I am glad that my children are going back to school. Man, they've been out of on spring break since like the 23rd. They go back tomorrow.
They ain't back in yet?
No, man, they spring break landed into like now with like voting to be in today. So they gave them out of school yesterday and today, and they go back tomorrow. Thank you,
Wow.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Let's get into this. Man, we already know where we're gonna start. Luckily that this young lady got the news in before today. Because if it happened today, people wouldn't even want to believe that shit. But man, what time was that shit last night? What was that, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
It was still in the middle of the Texas game, I think.
Was it in the middle? It probably was.
I think, or maybe like towards the end.
If y'all been living under a rock, Olivia, my house is in the portal now. Yes, I was going to get dinner last night when that shit happened. When that shit jumped off. Yes, Olivia Mouse has entered into the portal. I'm gonna blame Lo. Lo jinxed it, but she was only joking around. And now we both did say that would be crazy if that shit happened. And Lord behold, her ass said I'm in the portal. Goddammit. Nick, I'm gonna start with you, man.
Oh man, you want to start with me? I thought you were gonna start with Olivia talking about Olivia, but all right, I can go first.
Let me get her shit off today. I've been seeing some of her stuff, but man, what does this mean? How do you feel about this?
To be honest, I really don't know how to feel. To be honest, like even like when the news broke, I was still kind of in shock because it's like we talked about. So this was like right after the Notre Dame TCU game on Saturday, and there was like I guess it was like a little article that came out. Then there was a quote in that article with the Olivia interview, and she said, "I've outgrown college" or something like that. Something to that.
She did say that. Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay, that's kind of an indication because she was weighing the option of staying in college for another year, possibly going into the WNBA draft. But with that quote itself, I'm thinking, okay, it seemed like she's weighing more towards going to the draft. So that's what everybody is expecting. And on top of that, I mean, I felt like it was I feel like it was going to be a good move, especially, Olivia, she's played 4 years now in college. She's pretty much proven just about everything. We think that she's league ready and everything. And everybody pretty much knew that she was going to be projected number 2 pick. But then this happens, and the first question I'm asking, like, yo, like, why? Like, why is this though? Like, why would you decide to forego the WNBA draft and enter the transfer portal? And we all kind of talked about it. Like, what was the energy like at Notre Dame in the locker room, like, on the sidelines, on the court, and everything? So we started possibly pointing fingers. Like, could Olivia and Neo not be able to see eye to eye? Could there be some friction going on between both Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles? I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? There could have been a lot of factors that led to her transferring instead of even going to the WNBA draft. But if it is something that has anything to do with like possibly her and Hannah not, being on the same page, or her and Neo not being on the same page, I can kind of understand to a magnitude, because if you remember the Olivia Miles before the injury, the Olivia Miles before Hannah Hidalgo got there, that was a hooper. Like, especially that 2022-23 season. I think she was a junior at that time. Like, to me, she was by far, obviously, one of the best players in the country. And then on top of that, by far the best player in the ACC as well. So then this whole year goes by where she's injured. She misses the entire year. And then you see that shift change. Obviously a young freshman named Hannah Hidalgo comes in, takes over, leads Notre Dame to the ACC title, then leads them to the Sweet 16. So obviously we were excited about those two being able to play together, because we automatically knew that, like, once those two pair together in the backcourt, it's going to be damage. You know what I'm saying?
Only Tom wasn't excited for that.
Exactly. But I mean they showed that, but maybe Olivia, maybe she didn't really like necessarily being second option to Hannah Hidalgo, because I think throughout this year, let's just all admit it, Hannah Hidalgo was by far the top option. And I think Olivia, definitely played well this season, but it wasn't the same dominance, at least from what I've seen in the past couple years before the injury. And obviously that's her playing second fiddle, and that's her, not having the ball in her hands as much as Hannah does, especially with Hannah being the lead guard. So maybe that might play a role. But at the end of the day, I just hope Olivia finds the right school for her. I've heard rumblings about possibly TCU.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not even mad at that if that was a possibility. Obviously TCU, they had some success before losing to Texas. Mark Campbell has proven to be a really good coach, if you ask me. So if that's the case, then I'm all for it, honestly. But at the end of the day, this is shocking. But I just want Hannah to choose the right school for her. That's really where I'm at with it.
I will say that that Twitter page that said TCU has also been right with other things. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. But just letting y'all know, that page has done that. Did say the Kate Koval stuff, and that shit came true out of nowhere. So who knows? You just never know. When people have people always say they sources and shit like that. Who your sources? You know what I'm saying? So we just never know. But Lo is already locked and loaded to give her 2 cents on this, 3 cents maybe. What you got, Lo?
I mean, I think everyone kind of already knows how I feel about it because I've been very vocal on the timeline. So originally it was a major shock for everybody, right? Like we were like, what the hell? Because we either thought that she was going to go to the W or stay at Notre Dame. Like a lot of people didn't really see her transferring because she's spent her whole career at Notre Dame. And I think like once you really take a step back and look at it for what it is, should we really be shocked? Like we shouldn't, because people are saying that she's entering the portal because she wants to win this year. People are saying that she's entering the portal because she wants bigger NIL opportunities and more money. And just like as an outsider looking in, I think it's a multitude of reasons on why she entered the portal. And I think people may not remember, but after Enrique, Marina, and Jackie left, that era, like that superstar Notre Dame era was cooked, like until Olivia Miles took a chance and came to Notre Dame. So I'm not saying that they didn't have other good players in between that time, but when you're talking about someone who became the first freshman in the NCAA, men or women, to have a triple double, like we're talking about a special talent. So when you combine that with, I think it's a number of things that you have to look at. So Muffin McGraw retired in 2020. Olivia came in 2021. So she was like the first like Niel project. So she was everything to Niel, right? Like that was her favorite. Like you could just tell that it was favoritism. Like just as a fan, you could tell that, right? Like that was her girl. So imagine that you're a freshman and you're given the keys to the whole program, right? And you're killing it. You're scoring triple doubles. You know, you're the best player in the ACC, one of the best players in the country. You're their next superstar. You literally get injured, right? Something that you can't help. It's not in your control. You get injured, and then you have to sit out for over 300 days. So in that time frame, they went out and got a young juggernaut in Hannah Hidalgo, and no one expected Hannah to be this right away. Maybe she did. Maybe she expected herself, or maybe Niel did, but no one expected that. Like people really woke up that first game when they were in Paris and played South Carolina. Like, hold on now, who is that? Like, although they got beat, everyone wanted to know who is number 3. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of similar to the Paige and Caitlin situation where Paige was top dog. She got hurt, and then Caitlin kind of took over and ran with that limelight. So very similar, right? You said what?
I was saying that's a good example.
Yeah, so very, very similar situation. So you got to realize that Liv was rehabbing this whole time, and she probably came back under the pretense as I'm going to either get the keys back or we're going to share responsibilities. But when she came back, she realized like, hold on, bro, this is the Hannah show and I'm a co-star now. And so I don't think people realize like these athletes are competitors to their core. No one wants to be second fiddle, especially when this was your shit. Like you were running the show. No one wants to be second fiddle, and that's what she is now, and you can see it. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. It's nothing bad about being the number 2 option, but when you've been the number 1 option and you know your abilities to be that number 1 option, it's kind of hard to take a back seat. It just is. Look at all the people that have played with LeBron James. Even though this man is 40, Luka is probably the first person that said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take over. AD didn't take over when LeBron was in his late 30s. Like anybody he's played with, they always needed LeBron to be that person. And so it's hard to kind of just take a step back. And I think it's hard. That's why people can't do it with LeBron, because even though he claims he wants to take a step back, he doesn't. So anyway, back to women's basketball. When you put all those things into context, it's like you also see favoritism right now with Niel. And I'm not trying to point fingers and all that, but think about it, right? You see Olivia Miles, as soon as she makes an error on defense, she on that bench sitting.
Every time.
Hannah can shoot from half court. Hannah could do and one and turn over the ball. She can gamble on defense and get beat, and she's still in the game. You know what I'm saying? And so players look at stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they look at stuff like that. So I think number one, I don't even want to call it jealousy, but if she doesn't know where she fits in that program anymore. That's number one. Number two, I think that, she feels some type of way. Like, I took a chance on Niele to come here and be that superstar, and now you just push me to the side. That's number two.
If it wasn't for Liv, Hannah probably wouldn't even be there.
Correct. That's number two. And then number three, she probably wants to win. Notre Dame is losing 7 people. Now it's more than 7 because, as we know, Koval and then Emma are leaving via portal. So they have, I think, 5 scholarship players on their roster still. She knows they're not winning. So why am I coming back here? Why am I going to waste another year in college when I can go to the W? Like, I'm going to come and make some money first. I'm going to spread out this NIL money as long as I can, because guess what? How long do we know she's going to be in the league? She can't defend a fucking rock. Like, she can't defend. Like, she literally can't move her feet. So how long, like, we're saying a number 2 pick, a projected number 2 pick, can't consistently score and cannot move her feet. It's the possibility that she don't stay in the league that long. I'm not saying that she can't get better. That's not what I'm saying at all. She's only a year out of ACL surgery. But if I'm her, I'm trying to make as much money as I can in college because I don't know what my future looks like in the WNBA. We saw it. You got benched in crunch time. As one of the best players on your team, you literally could not stay on the floor. That is a problem. And my only issue
since the NC State game.
Correct. And my only issue is I don't know enough of Mark's work at TCU to deem him a good coach. Do I think that he helped Haley this year? Absolutely. Do I think that he helped her from a basketball standpoint? Possibly. But I think it was mainly from a human standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he helped her grow as a woman, grow as an adult. I think he helped her from that standpoint. Then when we talk hoops, did Haley have a big year this year? She did. But if we keeping it a buck, did Haley get better since she was at Louisville? No. That's the same Haley that was playing at Louisville. Like, that's the exact same Haley that's playing at Louisville. The reason why she had success this year is because she was in a system. And I don't think people realize, like, you can plug players in and out of a system. I'm not saying she's not good, but is she WNBA talent? Is she able to score the basket enough? Is she able to score the ball enough to earn a roster spot? And I don't think so. I do not think she got better. Like, did she have more success and did she increase her draft stock? Absolutely going there. But did she get better? What part did she improve on?
She just definitely not on defense.
You said what?
I said definitely not on defense.
And so that's the thing. So it's like people are like, oh, he's a great coach. And I'm not, and that's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's no disrespect to him because I'm not familiar with his game. But like people are acting like she went there and she got a lot better. No, she didn't get better. It was just a better fit for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a better fit versus LSU because she's playing the exact same way she played at Louisville. But that's what I got on that. Her assist numbers are much higher because she has some like 6'9", 6'7", and 6'9" in the post. Next.
Shit, and her backcourt mates led college in 3-point makes too. So that
helps you out. That helps you out as well.
that helps a lot.
But when like you can't say led an assist. Is Haley out there like playmaking really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what? Yeah. Like is she out there playmaking because that's what she's an undersized guard, so that's what she would have to do at the next level. Like how she's scoring now, like how her main skill is scoring, that's not happening in the WNBA. She has to have more skill than just trying to score. Look Kelsey Plum is a better player than Haley, and look how much she struggled when she transitioned to the WNBA.
People forget about that. Yeah, I was definitely shocked, but then like Lo said, after I thought about it, I was shocked, but then I'm really not surprised. Like even just being there, I could just tell that. Not saying Hannah and Liv did not, talk to each other or like, but they did. But you only would see that shit on the court, like
they probably weren't close.
So what now?
I was saying, they probably weren't as close like off the court.
Yeah, like you see it on the court, good plays, you're gonna dap up, you're gonna, chest bump, you're gonna be excited with shit like that. But being there, and Notre Dame is very private with shit. Like you was not allowed to go in locker rooms, like you weren't allowed to do this. Even being part of the media, is like it was certain spots you just could not go to. But just seeing, and this is like going into Niel, is that it was really clicky. Yeah, you're gonna be clicks on the team, but it was like only time I saw like team stuff is like when the trainer getting them stretching and shit like that. Like every time, like Liv coming out first, she's by herself. Then Sonya's coming out. Every time Hannah's coming out last. And then you would see like Prosper and Covell. Sometimes Sonya come out with them. Like it wouldn't never be like you never see. In the other games I've been to, like other teams, I've seen the two best players always talking with each other before games and doing this. I would never see that. And then that shit would just translate into the games. Like we saw it. Like Lo said, Hannah could be out there doing bullshit. She's not getting sat down. Like she's not getting sat down. Like you will see Liv get pulled. Like Liv did like a little heat check three, what she loved to do. She was getting sat. She was sitting her ass down. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not really surprised by none of this shit. Like I agree with everything y'all said. I just seeing it is just you could just tell that it was different energy just in the building. They just wasn't on the same page. And you can tell, like, I don't want to be, like you said, you a competitor. You don't want to be out there not being able to do this, not do that. And this person can do what the hell they want to do. And another thing that was really telling for me is when they lost to Florida State, like it was like they was in shambles. Like that right there. And it's like you want to be like, we were so high on that. I was like, man, it could just be like they just mad. But looking back at it, was just like there was no control. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no like Sonya was very, and that's another thing. Sonya leaving, that's her best friend. Like they came to Notre Dame together. They played in high school together. So Sonya leaving too was probably even easier for Liv to get up out of there as well, because it's like, and again, we're not here to throw no dirt or just pile up on Hannah, because it's like this is a whole team thing, but it starts from the top as well. But you just did not see that togetherness. And not saying you gotta be best friends, but there's other things we don't dive into. But everybody knows what has happened when it comes to Hannah. We know what Liv is, what she stands for. So that's another thing. And then winning gonna cover up so much. And then when you keep losing the Sweet 16. All that extra bullshit behind closed doors, that shit is even worse now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like if you get to Elite Eight, you get to the Final Four, of course she wouldn't be in the portal right now. But when you keep losing, I'm getting pulled and she can do bullshit, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we seeing the freshmen getting the fuck up out of here. So who knows? I know a lot of people saying they thinking Ivy's about to leave, or I haven't heard nothing like that. Like I said, I don't think so. Like Notre Dame is.
I mean, she's having success. She's been to exactly 16s, and she's only been a coach for 5 years. Why would she?
Yeah, like, and that shit ain't easy.
It's not like, and that's what I think people don't understand. Like, I think it's. I want to go back and say one thing about Liv is like, in addition to all the things that I already named, she's also losing money by being at Notre Dame, because Hannah is getting those major NIL deals. Like, so the same amount of money that she would have gotten when she first was the lead person, like the face of Notre Dame, like Hannah is now getting those deals. So not only am I not even playing the position I want to play, not only do I have to deal with somebody that has completely different views than me, not only are we losing, not only is it favoritism, not only is my homegirl rolling out, like I'm out of here. Like it's an easy decision for me. Like it's an easy decision for me. So I think like when you consider all of the aspects of it, I mean, I'm not shocked that she decided to move forward.
And then even like having like just getting Liv to the side, like doing pregame shoot arounds, like even talking to her. This is still shocking. Of course, she was never going to tell me that she'd go, if this goes south, she'll go into the portal. It was just more so like NIL was she always brought up NIL talking to her. So who knows? Like you said, she's not getting all that.
No,
because Hannah
she's not
snatched
even
that shit
getting.
up.
She's not even getting half. If we're keeping it a buck, who's the person that's on that documentary that's coming out? Hannah Hill Doggo. Who's the person when you think of Notre Dame? People don't think of Olivia Miles anymore. The first person they think of is Hannah. Who is in National Player of the Year conversations? Hannah. Like, come on, people get sick of that. Like, this was her team. Like, it's like somebody coming back and taking something that was yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get possessive over shit. Like, I get it. Like, as a competitor, I hate to lose. So I get it. Like, you literally lost your spot, like on Love and Basketball, sister.
And when funny as hell, and when game day came for that last game, that was the first time they was ever at South Bend for game day. And who they interviewed?
Exactly.
Hannah. They ain't say I got, and then everybody knew them game day interviews is over the damn PA system. They ain't say shit to Liv. I mean, during like timeouts, I saw like Andrea and everybody, they walked over to Liv and was talking to her, stuff like that. But national stuff when that camera was on, they ain't talking to Liv. They talking to Hannah. So it's like that is when you first of all, even as being an athlete, you a human being. You human nature's gonna set in like, God damn, she here because of me.
Right.
If I didn't start this train, she wouldn't even be here. So it's like, it just sucks, man. I said somebody in the chat said, where we think she gonna go? I don't know, man. Like, I've heard
she
people
can help every team in the country if we're being 100%. She can literally help every team in the country. I would like to see her go to a team that plays defense, like a Duke, because she needs to learn how to laterally move. She needs to learn how to move her feet. Duke needs scoring. I don't love her at TCU. I mean, what do they have? Haley's gone. Sedona finally decided to hang it up. Like,
did she officially hang it up?
Oh, right.
So she still got an extra year, apparently. So
no, that was an April Fool's joke.
Was it? Okay, they tweeted.
That's what she said.
I guess maybe
it's no way. Like, she's been there 7 years. Absolutely no way. But yeah, so I don't really care, to be honest. I don't really care to see her there, but money talks, so
it does
probably go there.
It does.
But she can go anywhere. She can go to South Carolina and do well as well.
Yeah, I've heard people talking about Maryland. I've heard I mean, I guess that's closer to home since she's from New Jersey, but still, who knows? I'm pretty sure, did she put a list out? Did she put a list or anything? She didn't.
It might be a little too early for that.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, but I'm hearing I'm hearing the TCU is pretty strong.
That's what I heard too.
Damn.
I'm hearing it's pretty strong.
I mean,
Avery Houghton goes to TCU. No. Avery is staying in Southern California. Let's not do that now.
I imagine if Notre Dame will have to play her next year.
They probably will, depending on where she goes.
Yes. I mean, she goes.
Especially if it's TCU.
Damn, she played them?
Don't they? Oh, no, they're not in the same conference. They just played
this
Big
year.
12.
They Big 12.
They just played this year. Yeah,
they might play a non-con, though.
Yeah.
TCU feels like going backwards. I mean, the name.
It wouldn't be going backwards, Jazzy. Well, from a skill standpoint, correct. But from a monetary standpoint, they have money to give her.
It's Texas.
Yeah, they have money. They have money to give her. But I will say that I hope she doesn't solely look at just the monetary, funds. I hope that she actually wants to improve, because if she goes to the WNBA without getting better, she's going to get cooked next year. I'm so sorry. Like, she's going to get cooked. Like, she's already going to get cooked on defense because laterally her foot speed isn't that great, but it's like her playmaking or her shot isn't as consistent as it needs to be in order to maintain a spot in the WNBA. Playmaking, solid. Again, I've said that she's the best passer in the country. Playmaking, solid, but her shot isn't as consistent as I would like to see it. So that needs to be worked on, and also some type of agility or lateral movement drills, because like, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like crunch time and you literally got to come out the game. Like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, she got to do like, yeah, she had to sub offense and defense and shit, and like down the stretch. You can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because then sometimes you can't even get them in. So that's a lost play right there.
Yeah, you're going to miss two plays for sure. You're going to probably miss. But first of all, hold on, I'm in the chat. Avery is out at USC. Is this some April Fool shit?
I
I didn't see that shit at all, man. I don't know. That's when she knew she was leaving, when she was getting pulled out in the games. Hey,
plus, hell, she probably saw Hannah shooting toward it. She's like, fuck.
Right. I can't be on defense, but she over here shooting. She over here shooting behind her head.
Oh man, it just sucks, man. It just sucks, man. It just really sucks. Like, first of all, we was already irritated. Like, I was irritated with Notre Dame on Saturday, and then I was already irritated watching them not being in the Elite Eight, and then that news came out as well. It was just like back to back shit. It just started happening. So I really do wish her the best, though. It sucks that she's not gonna be there. Well, she wasn't gonna be there next year anyway. But still, and I saw somebody on Nick respond to this person. I saw this person say, I forget how they said it verbatim, but it basically was like, why would she not go out? She ain't gonna never be a top 2 pick in the draft again. Like, Nick, you was mad as hell about that, man. Why was you mad about that?
It was dumb. Like, this person literally said, I can't remember exactly what he said verbatim either, but he pretty much said like, oh, like she won't be as high of a pick, you know, coming out of like 2026, which I probably will agree. I mean, 2026 is a much better class than 2025. Yes. So she may not be top 2, but she's still first round to me.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah, she like, even if you like, she can still probably be top 5, but she got a lot to improve on for sure. So,
and that's fine because she missed a whole year of basketball. Like, so take your time. You know, it's no rush. You also can maximize your money because they're going, by the time she gets in, they will have negotiated the CBA by then, so the rookie salaries will be higher. So I mean, it's really no rush. I think people were just shocked that it happened. But while we're on it, let's talk about Koval too. Like, that's a huge loss for Notre Dame.
It is,
yeah.
Like, that is their post presence. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm blaming this on the L. I'm so sorry, sister. Great outfits, great hair, great face. But I'm
sorry. You just retweeted. You just tweeted me too. I'm sorry, but we gotta talk about your ass. I'm so sorry.
Like, come to the front of the congregation, sister. Like,
immediately. We on your ass. Respect.
Right, like,
we love
thank you for taking me for covering y'all, but man.
Listen, congregation, I've been telling y'all all year. Once Koval went to the bench, Notre Dame started backsliding. They started getting worse. Yeah. And if I'm Koval, I'm like, you put Maddie in and she ain't been hitting shit.
Nothing. Maddie hit 1-3 a game.
At least Koval's gonna get you a rebound. She's a big body in there, so when she's screening, she creates a lot of space.
Yeah,
like she can hit the free throw, you know, jumper, not consistently yet, but like, that's a big body that you need. Like, why are you not, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not utilizing that? And so to me, that was the turning point of the season when Niel decided to change the starting lineup and put Koval in instead of, Koval out and put Maddie in. And if I'm Koval, I'm out of there too, because there's no way you watching this girl stink it up, respectfully, stink it up. And awful. I'm still on the bench. I'm getting about 8 minutes a game, sister. Hell no. Nah. Like, I'm out of there too.
And Koval's minutes was good minutes. If it was 8, if it was 15, she gave you good minutes, man. And sometimes she wasn't scoring, but she was doing shit on the court. Like, that was helping. Like you said, that's a big ass body to be screening, getting them free like that, getting rebounds, extra possessions and shit like that. So I'm with you, Lo. I'm with you. Like, and this crazy, like, we talk about this, like, y'all would think we're like big, we like Hannah and we like Liv, but we talk about them a lot in our group chat, and especially like watching their games. And it would just be like, why is Maddie just in the game? Just Maddie wasn't doing nothing productive, yo. She would make 1-3. She was getting killed on defense. She wasn't rebounding and doing nothing like that. So I don't know what Ivy's gonna go from here on this. I have no idea where she's gonna go.
I mean, and like I said earlier, they have 5 players on scholarship. They have no team. Like, they need to be in that portal working like Coach Yo, because they have they don't have, you know, respectfully, they just have Hannah, Cassandra, and then they have 3 other players. But like, and I don't want to be too hard on EL. But I think it's more to coaching than just X's and O's. Like, you have to be able to get everyone to buy in. You have to be able to, you know, give people their specific roles so they know where they fit in. And I don't think that was clear. I think that Liv came back under the assumption that this was going to be her team again because that's how she left it. And that's a fair assumption to have. Like, you're the senior, you are the veteran of the team. So I get that. And I think that Niele, I think X's and O's wise, she does well. I think even building relationships and rapport with players, she does pretty well because you can still see like she's close to Dev, she's close to Skylar Diggins, she's still close to these players. She clearly had a stint in which she was close to Olivia, and she clearly is close to Hannah. You can see it as clear as day. So I think she's good at building those connections. However, the issue is when I build those connections, am I reprimanding them? Am I correcting their behavior? Because it's no way Notre Dame should have played the same exact way that they played in the beginning of the season, the same exact way they played at the end of the season. Like, it was no adjustments. They did not get better. Like, Hannah was still doing and one mixtape shit at the end of the season. If you would have pulled her ass when you played TCU in the beginning of the year, you wouldn't have saw that in March, and y'all probably would have had an advantage because there was no way that TCU should have beat them. Why?
No, he's insane. And like, and they don't never. And another thing you got to put on her is, man, when they get hit in the mouth, they just fold. They just be folding. Like, and I was hoping we're gonna see something different, and we didn't. Basically, what they tournament run was what we saw in the regular season. Basically,
that's Michigan, what I'm saying. They didn't get better.
They hit Michigan. Yeah, they did. They hit Michigan, and Michigan had nothing to swing back at. They was hitting TCU. They is dancing and shit, got the tongue all out their mouth, and then TCU swung back, and they didn't know what to do. And we saw it
all year. All year they played.
That's just the type of team that Notre Dame is. Like, that's something that I noticed, honestly, since last night. Honestly, like, they're a team, like, they have to be in control of the entire game, even if they don't have a big lead. They got to be in control of the game. And I think we saw where they didn't have control, and then they tend to not be disciplined on both ends of the floor. You know, they end up sloppy plays, turning over the ball, like we saw it in the NC State game. We even saw it in the Florida State game. Remember, they were up like 15, 16 points in the first half.
And they was controlling that game until they made that run.
Florida State goes on a run. Florida State took the lead at halftime. You can't allow that to happen. And then you even saw it even in this past game against TCU, where the game was close, honestly. But even when the game was close, like, I think you could tell from the beginning that TCU had control just with the way that they were playing, honestly. And you could tell Notre Dame was just not in sync. They weren't playing together. And it was foul baiting. She was
trying to foul bait too, instead of trying to hit free throws. I mean, not free throws. Instead of making a layup, she was actually trying to make them call or blow the whistle. And you're not gonna get that shit. You're not gonna get that shit.
Someone said Notre Dame had no bench though, so who were they gonna put in for Hannah and Liv? Sometimes as a coach, I'm so sorry to say this, but you got to lose. Like, sometimes the lesson is more important than the win, especially in November. Y'all were going to lose anyway. So the lesson is more important than the win. If I nip this shit in the bud in November, we're not having these same conversations in March. Yeah. It is a problem that they literally lost the exact same way. Like, every single game that was close for them, they started the game with the lead. They ended up fumbling it. And they could never recover and fight back because they just weren't built like that. And that's, to me, a coaching problem. It's no discipline. You're not getting your players in positions to score when they need to. You're not calling timeouts when you need to. It's a multitude of issues. And I love Niele. Like, I love Black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she seems like a sweet person. So this is not a personal attack. And I do realize that she has a lot of pressure on her because you are coming after a legendary coach, a Hall of Famer coach like a Muffin McGraw. Okay. That coached for 33 years at Notre Dame, that had a 77% win rate. Those are tough shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? In her defense, she's not doing a bad job. So don't get me wrong with this. I'm not saying she's doing a bad job. In 5 years, she's gone to 4 Sweet 16s. Like, that is not a bad job. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying she's doing a bad job, but I do think this year in particular, she gets some of the blame for them fumbling. To be honest, it's no way that they should not have beat TCU. I'm so sorry. It's no way.
No, I think
they definitely should have won.
I think she's gonna have to look at herself in the mirror, honestly, and just look at, like, hey, where did I go wrong? Because I'll be real, like, even just me thinking about a lot of the games that they lost, the NC State game, even the game against Duke in the ACC or in the ACC tournament, like, they just didn't make adjustments. They failed to make adjustments, and a lot of that has to be on the Yale, honestly, for not finding a way to figure out how to overcome adversity and how to get themselves back into games, honestly. And obviously, you see down the stretch of the season, they came to bite them on the foot, honestly. I mean, especially losing in the ACC, they were many people's favorite to win the conference championship, and then them failing to get past the Sweet 16, which is something they haven't done in like a couple years, especially when you have this elite backcourt duo that we say is the best in the country, and they proved that.
Right.
The one time I saw them make adjustments or fight back was when I believe they was on the road against Louisville. It was like a noon game, and they fought back, but we just didn't never see that shit no more after that.
They were just trying to get out there so they could go to the bar, shout.
Shut up. Oh my god, man! We could talk about this situation for a minute. It's other people
they were not the number one team for 2 months. Hell are you talking about? They were the number one team for like a week and a half.
Maybe like 2 weeks, maybe.
They lost right away.
It was literally like a week and a half. Stop.
Yeah, they lost right away. Matter of fact,
I just want to read this real quick. DJ said, "This is why I laugh in people's face when they talk about Don's coaching Lay and holding her accountable. She's making sure she improves and making sure she can keep a job in the W by breaking bad habits now." Exactly. People had stuff to say about Don last year when she benched Lay. I think they were playing Duke. I can't remember, or maybe UNC. Those teams.
She did it again as well whenever they played UCLA.
Exactly, but that is coaching. I am willing to lose the game to teach you a lesson. That is coaching, bro. Like, that is what real coaching is. And I'm not saying what she's doing is not real coaching, but it's going to come a time where she has to sit Hannah down and humble her.
Yes, you have to.
Just responding to that too. I know I'm going a little bit off topic with what DJ had to say. Lay better have been glad that this past game against Duke was in March instead of November, because their ass could have gone on the bench too in that last game, to me.
And people were arguing with me, talking about why it's crazy that Lay didn't get any fourth quarter minutes at all. I said, did you watch the game or are you just watching the box score? She was terrible. She was absolutely terrible last game, and that's okay. Luckily, South Carolina's so deep that it's okay for her to be terrible. But that one game, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she was awful. Why would she come in?
It's gonna be a long off season for Neo for sure. And we still want you on the show, by the way. We still want you on the show. We still love you. We still, and that's another thing. Notre Dame. That's another thing. Notre Dame, like we gotta go through they media people over there do interviews. You can't just hit up their players and their coaches. Like the shit you go through with Florida State, we gotta do the same thing. Notre Dame, like they got shit they don't play that shit either. So we ain't gonna really know the whole truth unless players really get out there and get on podcasts or some shit and go rogue.
I got some sources, but I've been sworn to secrecy, so
you can't be sworn to secrecy. You can't be sworn. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk to love. We're gonna talk to love.
And Don has everyone bought in. Look at the depth they have. Exactly, like she has everyone bought in. And that's what I said earlier. Like the coach has to have clear, defined roles for each player, and then they also have to buy into. You have to get them to buy into what you're trying to do and accomplish. I need Olivia and Koval to come to USC. You want everybody to come to USC. None yet.
Like low now.
Right. Yeah, that's me too. I'm like
3-4 days. Every time somebody at the portal, come to USC. I'm like, damn.
Bro, you just heard. I'm trying to get my sisters some help out there. Dang.
Oh my god, that shit is so funny.
Like,
nah, to be honest, I'd either say USC. This is before Olivia got in there. I'd either say USC, Notre Dame, and Duke. Those are my three teams I keep naming for everybody.
Facts.
No, yeah, that ass. I'm with her on that. It's other people that went into the portal. This is actually funny because we talked about this last week, and then days later it happened. Matter of fact, it might have been the next day, but tonight Latson went into the portal, and I know my boy just fell to his knees wherever he was at. He was eating his feelings on the timeline, eating the slice.
You can see the pain in his eyes, boy.
Yeah, you saw the pain. Again, Nick, I'm gonna start with you, man. You think that to come back?
I'll start off like this. I saw everything. As soon as the news broke, I saw literally everything. I had like 20 DMs, bro. Like, not even kidding. After the news had broke, they're like, "Oh, what happened? Oh," somebody said, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss." I'm like, nobody's dead. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
oh yeah, that's
like. But I will say this, and y'all are both witnesses if y'all remember. I said it was literally like right after they played LSU and they lost. I said there's a possibility that she could enter the portal.
You did.
So even though I didn't say it publicly, I did say it in private, like, look, there was a possibility. Now, I thought everybody was like, oh man, he's hurt. I'm gonna just be honest. I really was not upset, honestly, because it did not surprise me. And I'll say this though, man. And I'll say this honestly, man. Like, because I mean, look, for people who have been jumping the gun and everything, because I've seen a lot of fan base say, "Oh, we want Tanaya, we want Tanaya." I mean, look, Tanaya's a great player. Anybody would want her, but there is still a possibility that she could return to Florida State. However, I must say this too: I am all for her going to another program, finding success there. Only reason why, we all get it. I mean, obviously, Florida State, they're a good team, but they're not one of the top teams in the country. And I think that has played a role in why Tanaya has not gotten a lot of the recognition, even though people like myself and other people have been vouching for her and been talking about how she is one of the top players in the country. Because I've been seeing her for the past like couple of years now. People just wanted to ignore me until this past year. So I think that also plays a role in why her name is not necessarily mentioned with the likes of Hannah or Juju or Paige Beckers or, I don't know, Haley Van Lith or whoever it is. So I'll be real and say that I'm all for it because of that. And on top of that as well, like Florida State as a program is going through a lot of various changes. Michaela Timpson, she's gone. She's going to the WNBA draft. Omari Gordon, she's possibly going to the draft or possibly playing overseas. I'm not sure. But those were Tanaya's two sidekicks, and they're gone. And then we saw a trickle effect happen. Like even like one of the role players, Snoop Turner, ended up going to the portal. Carla Villegas, one of the shooters on the team, she's going to go play overseas professionally. So this is going to be a new look Florida State team next year. And don't be wrong, I mean, they are bringing in some great players. There's a young player out there named Mari Gurdon. She's about to begin her freshman year there. She's going to be pretty good. They got a young player from Juca named Pania Davis. I think that she's really talented. But it's going to be a new look Florida State team. And to be fair, if you're a Tanaya, especially heading into your senior year, you don't want to start over. So when you look at it from that perspective, that's when I say, you know what? I'm all for Tanaya. Because and on top of it, I'm gonna just be real. Like I've always stated it too. Like wherever Tanaya goes, I'm still gonna be a fan. Like it ain't like I'm not like never gonna watch her again. Will I still be able to watch her as much? Because obviously she's not in Tallahassee anymore. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to see her as much, but I'm still gonna be tapped in, whether she's out on the East Coast at one school, or even if she went West Coast at UCLA, I'm still tapped in either way, to be honest with you. But I've seen a couple teams, you know, obviously.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Nick. The ticker while he got at the bottom is insane.
The ticker, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Shit. I'm so sorry. I did not notice that. That's crazy. I did not notice that to the chat.
Andre said it in the chat.
Oh, damn, that's wild.
I'm so sorry. Oh, go ahead, man.
But everybody was like, oh, he's hurting, or oh, pray for him, this and that. I was fine. I was completely fine, honestly. Like, it's not the end of the world. I'm still going to watch her play regardless. I've even said it straight up, like, whatever team drafts Tanaya, that's automatically going to be my team. I'm following her wherever she goes. Now, if y'all want me to give y'all my opinion as far as what teams she'll fit with, obviously she'll fit with any team because she's a great player. Obviously a lot of South Carolina fans are vouching for her to go to South Carolina, obviously because of the connection that she has with Raven, that she has with Malaysia. They all play the AAU together. So Tanaya and Raven, definitely, those two in particular, they have a lot of history together. So I get it from that aspect. But also, I was watching South Carolina over these past couple of games against Maryland and against Duke, and I was saying, like, damn, like they really could use Tanaya, because I think that's the one thing that they're lacking, is like a legitimate go-to scorer. So if Tanaya were to be a Gamecock, I'm all for it. Obviously there's other teams as well. Like I heard Vanderbilt had gave her a call. That would be pretty nice, obviously, to her, like the parent of her, Michaela Blakes.
She ain't gonna win, but she probably get the bag.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing too. And that's another thing as well. NIL deals, NIL opportunities. Like I think she can get a much bigger bag. Obviously, probably going to a bigger school or a bigger program than Florida State. So I'll be real, man. Like everybody who thought I was mad about this, I really wasn't mad. Like I said, I'm rooting for Tanaya wherever she goes, and I want her to be in the best position, honestly. And I'm also going to say this too, to the whatever school Tanaya goes to, whether I'm talking to the coaches, I'm talking to teammates, damn basketball managers that be on the sideline, I'm talking to the fan base. Y'all better take care of my girl. That's all I gotta say. Y'all better take care of her. I don't want to hear no shit, because who knows? Especially with a lot of these fan bases, like all of a sudden a team loses and then they want to be so quick to point a finger at one player. I ain't playing that shit. To call what it is. So if I gotta see you on the timeline and we gotta go back and forth, fuck it. If I gotta go into these spaces, because y'all know how people get into these spaces for like 10 hours and talk shit. I'm in that shit too. I'm in that shit, and I'm not playing either. I'm dead serious when I say that. So just keep it cute. But
I'm calling Capiana.
All right, you'll see.
Washington Capitals, boy.
Cap. I'm calling Cap, brother. I'm calling Cap. I'm calling hurting. Like, were you in physical pain? Absolutely not. But did you think about it?
Why do y'all think I was hurt though? Why do I think I was hurt?
Nicholas, you literally sat on the podcast last week and said, or whenever it was, and
that
said,
was last week.
She's not going to the portal. She's not going to the portal. If she does,
okay, I didn't think that. I didn't think that.
At the airport, making sure she doesn't get on the plane.
Okay, now that's Cap. You know I was exaggerating. I mean, of
course,
the fact that everybody took that serious is funny.
Of course, you're not going to go follow her on the plane, but to sit here and say that you didn't follow Florida, like to sit here and be like, to act like Florida State wasn't your team and that's not your favorite player, and now she left.
It is my team. It is my player, but I'm also
so that's what I'm saying. So you felt some type of way. Like, I'm not saying hurt as like, oh, you couldn't sleep. I'm not saying that. Like, I would hope not, because then we have another conversation. But like, it's kind of like when Juju went down, how everybody was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's like, damn. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like that. It was just like a damn, like, this is really happening type of moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you was about to jump, but let's keep it a buck. You felt some type of way that she entered the portal.
Air hood.
I literally just said it. Like, am I going to feel a way that I'm not going to be able to see her as much because she's not in Tallahassee? Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying.
So I feel bad. I don't be able to see Liv and Jew. Shit, I feel you. I feel you on that.
Right. So that's
wherever she goes, I'm watching.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. Like, I think the way that you're presenting is like it didn't affect you, but like, let's keep it a buck.
It didn't affect me the way that people thought it was. Like, people thought I was like falling to the ground, boo-hooing. Like, nah.
Well, people were like you said that you were exaggerating with the flight thing. People were exaggerating. No one thought that you were really on your knees crying.
Some people were crying serious though.
Man, hell nah. Nobody thought that you was crying over a basketball player.
Hell no, dog. No way.
Tell him, Jay, please tell him.
I will say that. I love this basketball shit.
No way. Nobody thought, because if you crying on your knees about somebody that you barely know, like it's bigger conversations that need to be had. He's still processing.
Y'all want to play.
Y'all funny as hell.
Don't gotta act right. Then now is the first time
to say goodbye to yesterday.
That's how Nick was. That's how Nick was. Yo, let's move on, man. I don't want to fuck up this young lady's name. What's the young lady from Rutgers?
Shelby.
Yes.
Shelby McMillan.
I'm gonna start off by saying her dad is just a liar. We knew your ass was going to.
We ain't going to no fucking portal.
We knew what the fuck was going on there. I'm just gonna say I think it was like, I forget all the teams that was on the list, but I would like to see her go to Louisville. I think Jeff Walsh to get her ass together. I don't think he's gonna play that bullshit. I think that'd be a good spot. I saw West Virginia was on there, South Florida. Who else was it? Was it Louisville?
USF.
Yeah. St. John. I don't even know how's the St. John program for the women. I don't even know. That's the Big East, right?
They in the Big East. So.
You need a coach that's not gonna take her shit. And Jeff Walls is a coach. He ain't gonna take that bullshit. He's not going for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see her there, but I don't know. I just know her dad was a liar. We knew when your daughter wasn't playing no more, my man, and she was healthy, she was going in the portal. Like, we knew this. We just wait on the news this offseason for it to happen. So, Lo, I'm gonna start with you because Lo, you had big opinions on this as well. Like, when it was going on, how you feel?
I really don't have much to say about it. I think it was, everyone knew that she was going to enter the portal at some time. But I think that based on the schools that she wants to attend, she's not taking this shit seriously. Like, like,
wait, what? I wasn't expecting you to say that shit.
Oh, my bad. Y'all know,
I feel you, man. Like St. John's and shit.
My mind, and I'll apologize later.
I feel like Louisville and West Virginia is those two are pretty good, but like South Florida's and shit like that, you're not. I'm with you now. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying in general, like she needs to go to a school. She needs to log off. She needs to go to a school where a coach is going to hold her accountable. Like you can't in life. This is a life lesson, and that's her parents. Like you should be teaching her this. Like when stuff isn't working out, you just can't run from it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't run from it. So, very talented player, has all the tools in her toolbox to be, you know, an elite guard in the country. But if your attitude stinks, if no one wants to be around you or work with you because you think your shit don't stink, that's a problem. Like you're good, but you're not that good to be acting like that. Like you're not.
That's our parents' fault too. Right.
Like you're not Juju's sister. Like let's be clear. Like let's be very clear about that. So honestly, my first reaction is when I thought of the schools, I said none of them coaches are going to do what she needs to be done. So sorry. They're just not. I mean, I love Jeff in Louisville, but he's not going to get it done. He's just not. Like I like when I looked at, like, if she would have went to a school like a South Carolina or a Duke or a school like that, the coaches are really going to get into her ass and hold her accountable, then I'd be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, even at LSU, even on LSU, like people have their opinions about Kim, but guess what? Kim is going to keep it real with her players, and she's going to get in there.
Last year, Angel missed in the first couple of weeks.
You said what?
I was saying people forgot. Like, I mean, you talking about Kim? Like, people forgot Angel missed like the first 4 or 5 games or something like that. I think she had missed like certain amount of games in between like the first part of the season.
She did.
So that was my main takeaway. Like the list, I just looked at it and laughed, and I said, "Oh, her family not serious. They just trying to go after the bag, and that's okay. Like I'm not saying it's anything wrong with going after the bag, because best believe, like, if my options were to win a national championship or make generational money for my family, oh, sister, I'm going where the money go, where the money resides every single time. Because guess what? A national championship is cool, but making sure my parents can retire, making sure we have a house and food, that's a little bit more important, especially depending on where you coming from, your background and stuff like that. So once I saw these teams, I said, she's not really serious about being held accountable and coaching. Hopefully I'm wrong. I really, really hope I'm wrong, because she's a special talent. Like she really has it. She has a great offensive bag, can definitely improve some parts of her game. But that was just my main takeaway. Like none of these coaches are going to be what she needs in this moment, in my opinion.
No, yeah, just out that list. That's why I just said, like, off that weird list she had, Louisville was the only one, but it's the parents. A lot of shit starts at home. And if your parents tell you your shit don't stink, a stranger is not going to be able to tell you anything once you are in their hand, you know what I'm saying, in their program. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows, man?
I'll say this too. I have a source close to the situation. And they said that, to be honest, it's not really even her, it's her parents.
I can see that.
They're the issue. It's not her.
I can see it. I can see it. Just the way I can see it. That's her parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's bad. You're going to make your daughter, lose out on being respected, being on a good program, lose out on money. Anybody want to give you on the damn endorsement?
It's like when your kid goes to college, like as a parent, like I get it. Like, I understand I'm not a parent, but like, at least in that situation, like you got to like find a way to take a step back in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like if you're giving her to this coach who is pretty much going to be an extended parent to that player, like you got to find a way. Like there's got to be some boundaries when it comes to that. I don't know exactly what the parents did, but you can't just be coming in, stepping in on stuff, within because it's going to mess up a lot of chemistry and stuff.
But also, I think there's a such thing as parents still trying to live their dreams through their kids. Cut that out.
Yeah.
Your time is over.
Mm-hmm. It is, for sure. Anything else on the transfer? Before we move on from this portal stuff, Coach Yo, man, I forgot to write these names down, but she's getting players. She went to work. I
got him for you, brother. Latasha Lattimore, Jayla Murray, and Caitlin Peterson.
I'm telling y'all, man, Caitlin Peterson, one of the ones.
Hooper. Like, Coach Yo did her big one. Coach Yo really did her big one. Because I think what people don't realize is that because of the type of school that Ole Miss is, they're not going to get these big names like a Hannah Hidalgo or Juju going there. Because
And that's a racist ass school, by the way.
it is. I mean, what?
Yeah, people don't know that's a racist.
Weren't they holding like a KKK meeting there or something?
Man, listen, man. That's a racist ass university. So
and the team is all black.
Yeah.
And so I think that what people don't understand is that Coach Yo is the portal guru, because even last year, I think she got 7 people from the portal. It was something crazy. Like she only brought one person back. She only had one freshman recruit. Everyone else was from like returners or the portal. So she does most of her work in the portal because she kind of has to, because she's not getting those big names. And she cooked like for years. The last 3 years, we've been saying that Ole Miss is solid. They're great at defense. They're always going to play hard, but they can't score the damn basketball. Well, guess what, sister? They got scoring now. Caitlin Peterson averaged 21 points last year. Like, bro, she can hoop. She spreads the floor. She can shoot the 3. She can take you off the dribble. She can shoot the midi. Yep. Like offensively, she can do it all. And they really got a good one. I think I read she had 1,100 points in just 2 years of playing, like when she was at UCF. So yeah, like she's been hooping, and I think it's a great get for them. And so people were like, well, why is Coach Yo losing players too? And I'm like, that's a part of the game. When you primarily operate in the transfer portal, that's going to be one of the downfalls, that they might leave. And so you have 3 of your best players leaving: Madison Scott. What's the other girl's name? Madison Scott, Kennedy, Todd Williams, and it's one more, Star Jacobs. They're all leaving.
Jones.
My bad. They're all leaving. So, it's room for them to, go out and get active in the portal. And she wasn't playing around. As soon as they lost, the next day we saw Coach Yo signing people.
She did. No, she was very active. No, she didn't waste no time at all.
I agree, DJ. She said she done a great job the last few years. She targets great prospects for her program. Exactly. Like she goes after people that she knows will fit in her program, like good fits, like we've been talking about. And look how she's doing in the SEC. Like they're battling, bro. And to get to as far as they got in the last 2-3 years, like Coach Jo's really doing her big one. So shout out to her.
Yeah, for damn show. I got nothing else on this portal, man. Let's move this damn thing along to this tournament. First of all, man, how's everybody bracket doing?
I'm not doing another one. Fuck
yeah, damn. But man, we got the Final Four set before we get to like the game that happened over the weekend. The Final Four, we got Texas, South Carolina, we have UCLA and UConn. And how they got there, I'm gonna start with UConn.
Paige.
Right. No, Paige, we gotta say Sarah, because Sarah was hooping too.
Yeah, Sarah was hooping last night. I can't lie.
Listen, y'all. They are. We are upset we didn't get the matchup we wanted, but UConn is hooping.
Today's with Baylor. Who's that? Nania.
So what? Now?
I was responding to a comment. Today's
okay.
Baylor.
Oh, I got you. But no, UConn been hooping, man. They beat? Oh, they beat USC, of course. Who else was it they played before that? They played Oklahoma. Yeah, I saw. He beat the shit out of. First of all, and Lowe has said in the group chat, but Oklahoma missed their opportunity. Like, if you control in the half, you got to be up by double digits going into halftime, and you missed your mark. But Paige has really been hooping. I'm glad to see that. This is what we've been wanting to see. This is what been wanting to see.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real, Jay. It might have made sense why she was coasting all this year. She was preparing for this moment right here.
Yeah, like this is what we. This is what we wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? And I would not go back on what I said about regular season awards. This has nothing to do. Like, this tournament has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this player right now is not the same player we saw throughout the season. So UConn is doing a damn thing for sure. Any thoughts on them? Low, any thoughts on UConn?
I think UConn is playing good basketball. I think, everyone's kind of stepping up. Yesterday wasn't like a great showing from AZ Fub, but like everyone's kind of stepping up. You see Chin hitting shots. You see KK coming in and playing solid defense. I will say yesterday. So let me start by saying what I was impressed about with Oklahoma. Of course, Paige scored 40, but the thing that stood out most to me is she scored 40 points, and that's with going scoreless in one whole quarter. Like that is nuts when you think about it. Then on top of that, not only was 40 not enough, she shot 66% from the field.
Yeah.
Like that is crazy as a guard. And I think from an Oklahoma standpoint, like I said in the group chat, they blew their chance. They had 23 turnovers. They would have been up a lot more going into the halftime, going into the half if they would have just protected the ball. But UConn's defense is one thing that I noticed throughout these last two games. Like their defense has been stellar. They're making teams rush and making them turn the ball over. They're making teams second guess themselves and turn the ball over. And so I think they've just been playing really, really well. And you can tell that Paige really wants to go out and win a championship. And like I told y'all before,
you got
like
to
I
as
told you before,
UConn.
Like I told you before, when you look at the greats at UConn, everyone has won. They won multiple. So she's still behind on that. But she has to at least have one. You cannot go down as one of the best players at UConn and then not have a national championship. That just kind of goes with the territory. So I'm sure she's feeling a little bit of the pressure, and she knows she got to go out and win. And they have a good chance, in my opinion, to win it all. South Carolina has not been playing great.
No.
Do I think that they'll play better? Yes. Do I think that they'll get 30 piece like they did last time? No. So to be honest, it's anybody's game at that point if it gets to that level. But I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I really hope UConn doesn't win because their fans are fucking annoying.
Hey, they fans, listen, their fans is on another planet, like of delusional sometimes. Like we're not gonna talk about y'all like we talked about y'all in 2016 or the early 2000s because it hasn't been. We only can talk about y'all of what y'all been doing recently. And it's not like we're saying y'all bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's just we only can talk about what's going on in front of us.
I'm glad they made it to a Final Four so they can stop talking about 2016. Please.
My God.
Yeah, they made it last year to the Final Four.
They made it last year, though, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, because they beat USC. You're right. Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully make it to the championship game so we don't have to keep hearing about what y'all did.
The championship game in what, 2022, I think it was?
And win.
And like you said, she already behind on the 8-ball with not even having won at all, and she's leaving after this season. But shout out to UConn, man. They looking like they ready. They look like they want to make.
They're looking good.
They're looking real good.
They are. Really, and shout out to Sarah Strong, man. She is just a delight to watch.
She is.
She has it all. You would think that she's a veteran out there. Even when she was talking to Holly at halftime, yesterday, like she's just so poised and mature for her age. Like, she just has it all, and she's just going to continue to get better. I don't think Gino is retiring anytime soon. I think he's going to wait until there's no way you can leave her. It's just no way.
You can't.
And I don't, I'm not going to say that she's Maya Moore coded, but she's definitely given me some of the things that Maya Moore gave me early.
They're saying Maya Moore 2.0. And John, you saying Paige has never made a Final Four. I could have sworn UConn was in the Final Four last year.
He said Paige has never not made a Final Four.
Oh, never not. Oh, my fault. I said, wait a minute now. I need my fault.
Yeah, that's their favorite talking point. They say that all the time. My bad. How many Final Fours have your favorites been to? That's if mine's been to 4 and lost all 4 times.
You still got to win, but I do think that's why we're all mad. That's why we was all mad about upset about Juju getting hurt because they could have won that game yesterday for sure.
Would have been over with. Fuck it, just call it what it is. It would have been over with. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I really do think they
Low knows it. Low not saying it, but Low knows it.
Yeah, they would have. They could
have. Y'all already know I was talking cash shit. I said Juju is about to end this girl's career.
No, yeah, Juju would have ended that shit. No,
it's about to be, sister. You about to be declaring sooner because guess what? Like it was a wrap. It was gonna be a wrap, but it is.
No, yeah, it is what it is.
No, they were still in the game without you.
Yeah, they were.
And with the refs help, if we keep it in a buck, bro. I know people like to pull up the stats about UConn and not getting the whistle, but last night it was some egregious fouls in that game.
It was
some egregious fouls in that game. Like it was nasty that weren't called. I mean, they would have still lost, but it was like, this is kind of one-sided.
It was. No, it definitely was. I'm gonna move on to UCLA LSU. UCLA won that game. Man.
Hold on, real quick. Y'all gotta stop saying Kiki got shut down by a freshman. Kiki was getting doubled and triple teamed like at points in the game. Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all don't know basketball like y'all say y'all do. I swear, y'all really don't. That shit is annoying. Like, it really is. Like, now did Sarah take her to the basket a few times to score her? Yes, it's basketball. People are going to score you. LeBron got dunked on. Like, people get dunked on and scored on. Like, I get it. Like, yeah, they shot 26 free throws. It should have been 46 the way they was out there fouling. But my thing is like
the UConn fans are mad as shit, man.
And that's fine. I mean, go back and watch the tape. Like, I have no dogs in this fight. Juju is my player. Like, I have no dogs in this fight. So it's not me. Like, you guys are speaking from emotion. I'm actually speaking from facts. Like, go back and watch the tape and let me know what y'all see. It was a lot of hand checking. Don't even start on KK. Sister was out there acting like she was playing tag with people. Okay, a lot of that wasn't called. Okay, so let's be clear about that. That's number one. But number two, like, stop saying Kiki got cooked by Sarah. Like, yes, did she get cooked a few times? Absolutely, but everybody gets cooked. But acting like she was getting dogged all game, bro. It was literally
it's basketball.
Once Kiki started hitting her first couple shots, they thought it was going to be a long night, so they started.
They did. They said, "Oh shit!" They said, "Oh shit!"
Great adjustment by Gino in sending multiple bodies at her. But when you're sending multiple bodies at her, now she has to think harder. Hey, are they doubling? Do I need to get rid of the ball quicker? Oh, is this single coverage now? Do I, what do I need to make my move? So it's a lot that goes onto it. But again, y'all don't know basketball. So I don't even know why I'm trying to explain it to you. Go ahead, Jay.
I was taking an after church nap and I missed this game. I never went back to go watch it.
That's right. You might as well get out of here. You might as well get the fuck out of here.
No, they can stay. I mean, it's fine. I already said. Listen, I said that before the tournament even started. I said UConn has a solid chance at winning. I don't dislike UConn. I dislike their fans because they're delusional.
Yes. No, yeah. I didn't realize that till this year about the fans, but UCLA versus
the crazy part is I used to be a UConn fan. That's the craziest part. When I get those Facebook, like, your old memories, I'm like, yeah, UConn, all of them be like UConn shitting on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's big. I'm gonna post it next time I get one.
No, but UConn, like UConn or you like Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Either UConn or Tennessee got you in the women hoops, man. So I mean, I definitely get it, for sure. UCLA beat LSU 72-65. Man, it's so much going on with that game. I didn't go back to watch it. Forgive me. I know y'all watched it. What was y'all thoughts on LSU? Not LSU, UCLA.
Crazy as it is, like when you look at like the numbers per se, like that was actually Lauren Best's worst game of the tournament thus far, and they still found a way to win. But overall, I mean, obviously, let's be real. I've been saying it for a long time now. Lauren Best is a cheat code. Like, there's literally not necessarily a game plan to really stop her because she's just too big, especially when she gets low post positioning. And once she gets that, it's automatic pretty much for the most part. But I also give credit to other players. Like Gabriella Hawkins had a really strong showing. She had 18 points. Tamia Gardner, who was a player that I've been wanting to get a bigger opportunity, but for some reason, Coach Corey Close doesn't really give her a lot of big opportunities, especially during the regular season. But luckily, she's been able to play well during the tournament. But she also had a strong showing. She had 15 points as well. I just think, like, I'll be real. Like when Lauren Best is pretty much going on offense, like it's pretty much hard to stop UCLA. And I gotta apologize, man, because I had Ole Miss beating them in the Sweet 16. I ain't have them getting far anywhere. I
haven't believed in UCLA all year, and I've been on record with that shit.
It's crazy. But also, I will give credit to LSU as well, because LSU definitely showed some compete in that matchup. Shout out to Flock, who had a really strong second half of that matchup. Really, pretty much try to keep the team alive. But give credit to UCLA, man. They're making their first Final Four in program history, and let's see if they can get to the championship.
Yep. How about you, Lo?
I mean, I agree. I think players stepped up that needs to step up. Tamia Gardner, like you said, was someone that didn't take a shot in the last game and score how many points this game. I think, it's just important and just a testament to kids that are watching the game that you have to be ready at any time when your number is called. And that's one of the situations where you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And she did what she needed to do. I was one of the people that said Ole Miss could possibly upset them, but I said I was going with bets because I just can't bet against her, for lack of better terms. She's one of the best players in the country for obvious reasons on both ends of the floor. And she's been playing great up into this. I mean, not that she had a bad game, but she got in early foul trouble. And the fact that she didn't play the whole second quarter and LSU couldn't capitalize is disgusting. And that's why they lost the game, in my opinion. Some questionable calls, of course, but the refs are terrible in the NCAA in general. So can't really blame it on that. But I did want to mention that because it was some questionable calls in that game. But I think that's where LSU really lost the game, is you have to capitalize when someone of Lauren Bett's magnitude is out for an entire quarter. And I also think that was bad coaching by Corey Close. I'm not going to lie to you. You do not sit her for an entire quarter. I'm so sorry.
And we've been on her head, too. We've been on her head all season.
Because then, when people are saying she didn't play that well, of course she didn't play that well, because now she's out of rhythm. Like, she has no rhythm to the game. She's sitting for at least more so the quarter's 10 minutes. She's sitting for at least 20 minutes of not playing basketball, not breaking a sweat. Like, you cannot do that with somebody like her. So I just didn't love that.
I will say this, Andrew, about their schedule. It wasn't even the schedule. It was just the others. And then them not getting Lauren Betts the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing for me. Like, it was never like there was a bad team or nothing like that. It was just their guard play was just always sloppy. You know what I'm saying? And it was just long stretches of Lauren not getting the ball. And we put some of that on Lauren, too, not demanding the ball as well. But it was just, that's what it was. So, but I mean, this is the time you make adjustments, and I mean, they're in the Final Four, so ain't nothing I can take away from them.
I'm gonna say this too. So everybody knows UCLA has UConn in the Final Four. I need Kiki Rice to play her ass off.
She has no choice
against Paige Becker. I think she shot 1 for 7 in this last matchup against LSU. Kiki Rice is supposed to be their second best player.
You can't do that. 1 for 7, you cannot do that.
We need you to step up to play your best basketball. No excuses at all.
They need to play like they playing like it's USC.
Right. That's the only time that's
how you gotta do it.
Right,
before we go on to move on, does y'all think Big Four leaving?
No.
I don't think so either.
I think
she's not even the best player on her team. Why would she leave?
Man, listen,
you said might be.
But this is the thing, though. She could leave because if you think about it, what else does she have to prove? She won a championship. She got to what? Did they get to the Final Four, to Elite 8 last year? I can't remember.
They got to Elite 8.
Elite 8.
Okay, yep, you're right. So she won a championship. She got to Elite 8. Like, now, what are you going to accomplish? I'm not winning next year. Anissa's gone. Samaya left. So what are y'all? What is exactly going on? So I actually wouldn't be surprised if she decided to go into the WNBA draft. But from a skill standpoint, she's not ready. And I say that as respectfully as respectfully as possible.
Her conditioning too.
Not ready. And I think it's I'm not saying it's because she has all these other things to do, because I think she is balancing it well. But it's parts of her. I thought this year she was going to take a leap, and I didn't see that this year. I really didn't. I don't see much improvement from last year.
It wasn't like the one that she took last year.
Exactly right. So from her from her freshman to sophomore year, I saw a big leap. But this year I didn't really see one. And so that was kind of, concerning. And she's already not like a tall guard. You know what I'm saying? She's not small, but she's not like a tall guard. And
how tall is she? She doesn't have 5'10", 5'9",
maybe something like
that's
that.
What they say. Yeah, that's what they say. 5'9", 5'10". But she doesn't have a lot of body mass. She's gonna get banged around in there. She's just not ready. I guess the way that I look at it is, if you're not even the best player on your team, it's gonna be hard for you to really, number one, make a team and stay on the team. Now, do I think she'll make a team? Yeah, because they can use her for marketing. They can, have her coming off the bench. So she will make the team. But in terms of actual skill and playing, I just think that she needs another year.
Yeah, I'm with y'all on that. To the other Elite 8 game, we had South Carolina versus Duke. South Carolina moved on 54-50. Man, that shit was at first I was like, damn, is Duke gonna pull this shit out? I was at lunch, whatever, watching the game, man. I really thought Duke had a chance to pull that shit out towards the end. I don't know what the fuck was going on there at the end, but South Carolina did it again, man. Like they may get their shit together. They go to scoring like pow. Where you at?
You know what I'm saying?
Making TikToks.
So what you say?
Making TikToks.
Hey, what Ply say? I don't want to see another goddamn TikTok. I don't want to see another TikTok from y'all asses, man. But for real though, like they went it off just sure will and know how. We've been there before type shit. But man, experience. But you can't be doing that shit now. I mean, I'm not gonna say Texas ain't shit because that's another team I don't really believe in. But man, you can't be. I mean, I know they just beat the shit out of them, but you can't be playing like this and going off what happened in the last game and your ass don't be in that championship game because shit, that'd be a failure for them. Enough. It's not enough. I knew you was gonna do that, Wiley. But man,
now one thing I will say, Texas defense has been looking superb. Like it's been looking excellent, good, bro. It's been looking really good.
It has. I don't got too much to say about South Carolina because it's South Carolina, so it's like we all expect them to be in the Final Four. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real honestly. Like I give credit to South Carolina getting the win, but I'll say this: I thought Duke played a better game, honestly, especially like during stretches like the second and third quarter. Honestly, like it's like I'd say, like when it comes to March, it takes more than talent to win. You know, it's all about the little plays. It's being able to crash the boards. It's the 50-50 balls and. That's how Duke ended up taking that run to the Elite Eight. We saw it even during the conference championship whenever they faced Notre Dame and then, of course, faced NC State to beat them. And then you even saw throughout these first couple rounds, honestly. So Duke definitely did a really good job as far as as far as showing effort. But scoring 8 points in the fourth quarter against the South Carolina team that was still in the game. That's the thing too, because even though Duke was playing well, South Carolina still down like 6-7 points. So they got them hanging around. You got to keep your foot on the gas. And I'll be real, like that last shot by Ashlyn Jackson, I don't know what she was thinking there. That was a terrible shot. I thought they could have got a better look, honestly. It was pretty much like she settled. And I don't even think there was even a shot clock either. So it wasn't like you had to make a desperate play as the shot clock was running down or anything.
And you didn't need a three.
They didn't need a three.
Was old girl not in the game? What's her name? Fournier? Toby. She wasn't even in the game, was she?
I can't remember. I have to go back and watch.
They should have ran up something. You gotta do something, man. But Captain saved. But yeah, man. But shout out to Duke though for even making that run because I really had them losing before. I ain't had them going to the Elite Eight. I didn't think they had that in them, but they did it. But shout out to them. But of course, congrats to South Carolina once again.
I just want to say something really quickly about South Carolina. Like I said, they're not playing great, but eventually they're going to put together a full 40-minute game, and it's going to be scary with whoever the opponent in front of them is.
Yes, might be Texas.
It could be Texas, right? Because the last 2 to 3 games they haven't played well, and I think great teams can win ugly games, and that's what they've been doing. So that also just shows, good coaching. It also just shows experience, like Jay said. But I also just want to shout out to real quick Raven because people give her such a hard time on the timeline.
Been talking crazy about it.
But Raven showed y'all why she is one of the best point guards in the country. And the issue is, again, because you guys do not know basketball, you think that if a player doesn't score 20 points a game, they're not good. No, sweetie. Did you see Raven at the end of the game calls a turnover where South Carolina held possession? Did you see Raven at the end of the game? One of the only guards down in the paint trying to get a rebound. Respect to Malaysia. She's not doing that, bro. Like, she's not. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, she's not going to give you 20, but she's going to go out and win a basketball game for you. She is a winner at every level, and it's disgusting the way that y'all talk about her. Like, put some respect on her name. She's literally like when you look at college athletes in general from the women's side, Raven is up there with, in terms of winning, she's up there with the greats. Like when
one of the most accomplished,
right? Like she's one of the most accomplished. But y'all talk about her like she's like the 12th man on the bench that never gets in the game. Like she's a winning player. She makes winning plays. But again, guess what? Y'all don't know it because y'all don't know basketball. Like anybody
they don't. also
anybody
that
that watched that last game, and didn't think that Raven deserved to be in that game and helped, it was a huge part on why they ended that game and won it, then I really don't have nothing to say, because we view things completely differently and you ain't viewing it the right way. Go ahead, Nick.
right.
Hey man,
I mean,
hold on.
this
This is why doing this show is easy, because I just put the questions out there and these two go nuts on y'all. Just be telling the truth. That's basically, it's just easy. I just get to sit back and enjoy the show, because y'all just be talking crazy about people and y'all really don't be watching basketball. But go ahead.
Hold on real quick. They felt that Sue Bird made her whole career doing what Raven does. Hello.
She did. No, she did.
The only difference is she hit a couple threes here and there. Like, come on now. Go ahead.
She did. She did.
And Raven was a better defender too. That's
correct.
But I mean, I'm just gonna piggyback off of what Lo said. I mean, like everything that Lo said, like, you know, being under the glass for a rebound as a point guard, making defensive plays. Those are things that people just don't appreciate nowadays, and I don't understand it, obviously. And that's one thing that I'll say about Dawn Staley too. And this is why I love Dawn Staley, because Dawn had made that quote. I don't remember exactly when she made the quote, but she said something to Mac too, like, just because you're a McDonald's All-American doesn't make you a great player, something like that. And people were pretty much crying her for that. But if y'all don't understand like why she said that, like, sometimes it takes more than talent to win games, honestly. And one thing that I love about Dawn is, like, Dawn, like, you may not be like one of the top players in your class or whatever it is, but if Dawn sees the potential in you as an all-around player, as a great, I don't know, scorer, great defender, just great teammate, she's going to recruit you. And I mean, we've seen that. Raven Johnson is a pure example of that. Like, hell, even in the game against Maryland, like, she had got subbed out, I think, on an offensive play down the stretch. And guess who's still on the sideline cheering? The first player cheering, Raven Johnson. That's a true teammate right there. Like, that's a true winner right there. So y'all know how I feel about Raven. I love Raven Johnson.
And the thing that she has to improve on, you can improve on, is a jump shot.
Right.
And when she gets that, my God.
Then what Angel says, what else y'all gonna say now? What y'all gonna say now? Because, like, outside of a jump shot, what is her game lacking?
There's no other weaknesses.
Exactly. So y'all get so hung up on, oh, she's not scoring 20, and your favorite's barely hitting 20 consistently. Why are y'all so mad at her? All that girl does is, you know, do her TikTok dances, dap up her teammates, and be smiling on that court. Like, y'all really hate it. Like, it's crazy.
Raven Johnson is a two-time national champion, while your favorite team or your favorite player don't have one yet.
She fuck around and be a three-time by Sunday.
That's a great example.
That's
Jackie
a great example.
Could not shoot. Jackie could not.
You worked on that shot, boy.
And look, you can work on that. We see there's so many players in all leagues of basketball that never did not have a jumper, and they worked on it. That's a part of your game you can get better at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really worried about it, but I mean, I don't jump in too many of these conversations on Twitter. I'd be seeing them. I'd be like, oh my God.
Right. Like, for the record, like, do I think she needs to develop a shot? Absolutely. I'm not saying that she doesn't have to get one, but y'all acting like, but y'all acting like she is just like scum. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be talking crazy. Like, she's not a winning player, and her resume don't speak for itself. Like, she's a winner at every level.
No, they definitely did say that. But yeah, shout out to South Carolina again. Shout out to Don.
Also, just real quick before we leave the topic, I want to give another player some shine too. I've been impressed with Chloe Kids over the past couple rounds. I think that she's been playing really well. I know she had a strong start against Maryland, then didn't really play well in the second, third quarter. But just her effort, like, as far as scoring, and as far as rebounding, defending, she's been playing really well, honestly. So shout out to her.
She ain't even close to Rory Harmon on offense.
I guess what, she's locking her down.
Oh God. Hey, I'm glad you brought it up. We can just segue into that. Texas beat TCU. I don't even know what the final score was. Texas won that shit 58-47, man. They really shut down TCU. They play really good defense. Rory is somebody who don't really scare me. And I really don't think South Carolina.
Well, you know what's interesting about Rory is that Rory tends to play better whenever she's going up against like point guards that's like her size. And I realized that when I watched the TCU game. Like, obviously her and Haley Van Lith, they're around the same size, and then you saw Rory Harmon have a really good game. I think she had like 14, 15 points. But it's a different story when she's going up against a bigger point guard like Raven, who's defending her and who's locking her down. I mean, hell, go watch the SEC championship game. Like, Rory did not have a good showing in that matchup, and I think that the presence of Raven on defense is going to also disrupt her a little bit even more in this Final Four game.
Especially
I got what you know. I got what you're saying, John. I got what you're saying now, bro. I got you. Go ahead, Lo.
I was gonna say, especially when somebody guarding you 94 feet.
Yeah, that's annoying, man. Nobody want to deal with that shit. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Exactly.
Don't nobody want to deal with that shit all game. Yo, when you inbound the ball and somebody in your face, you don't want to deal with that shit at all.
No, we know that, Joe. We definitely know that. Like, I mean, the Roy Harmon before the injury and now is night.
Oh yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, we're just talking about now. Yeah, we're just talking about right now. Like, she is not with that big ass Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace. She just not. She just not. She's just not the same. She probably gonna look different next year for sure.
I think she'll look different next year as well.
I already have too many thoughts on Texas TCU game. Congrats to Texas making it to the Final Four. Congrats to TCU on their run to the Elite Eight, because just even hearing TCU in the Elite Eight is just crazy. But I don't have nothing about that game. Do y'all have anything about that game? It's really not. It wasn't.
I think they won the game by what? Stopping Sedona. She didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
That was.
It's the player that now like 18.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just saying. I mean, like, they held Sedona to 4 points, and this is the same Sedona that have been averaging like I think 18 points over the last couple of games, and had that 21-point game against Notre Dame in the Sweet 16.
She was dominating their ass.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest difference, because the thing is with Texas is they have Taylor Jones and Oldacre in the middle, and that presents hell for a lot of teams, and that's also kind of my concern with when they go up against South Carolina is. What are they doing in the post again? You know what I'm saying, with Oldacre and Taylor Jones. So I think last game is the first game I really realized, okay, Texas defense, like I knew it was solid, but I'm like, oh nah, they're really defending out here. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, they was playing really good defense. No, yeah, Big had them moving. But we can just keep on with that. This is gonna be South Carolina, Texas Part 3. What are the games on 4-4? Was that Friday?
That's Friday, baby.
That's Friday.
It's your game on Sunday.
6:00 on Friday. South Carolina versus Texas. I think I know who y'all got, but Lo, who you got?
Sorry, I had to call.
Go ahead.
I got South Carolina. I think that y'all know my favorite thing to say is law of averages. They played terrible the last 2 games. So eventually the shots will fall. I think they really need Pow to step up and start shooting a little bit better. I was going to say, I think this is the 4th time they playing, right? Because they played in the SEC tournament too.
Oh, yeah, it is 4th. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Part 4. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
I did forget about it. They beat the shit out of them. I forgot all about, it was, Part 4.
Right. So I think I have South Carolina. But I think if they play the way that they've been playing the last 2 games, they're going to lose. They have to play better than they played. Like, they have to be, and I think they will. I think they'll be focused. I think Don will have them all on one accord. I think Booker is going to feel like she has a lot to prove, because a lot of people have talked about how Bree shut her down. So it should be a good game. I'm very interested to see. And the only thing that scares me also is Madison Booker hasn't shot great either, so she could have a big game as well. So it should be a fun game though.
It should be. Go ahead, Nick.
I'm gonna go South Carolina.
I'm about to say, don't do no bullshit, man. Don't be coming with no bullshit.
Y'all be just assuming what I'm gonna say. Like, y'all don't give me a chance to.
I was reading the comments.
I'm picking the Gamecocks, man. They've been in this situation before. I hear what Lo is saying, because the past 2 games they have not been playing their best, and they've had some scares. But I think it's also good for them as well. Like, I mean, they're the reigning champs, so like they have to be challenged. Like, they have to, and they got to find a way to overcome that adversity, which they have shown over these past couple of games against Maryland and Duke. I mean, look, right now they hold the series 2-1 in the 3 matches that they played. And I think that South Carolina has found a good way to really slow Texas down on the defensive end, at least. But this has got to be a big game for Madison Booker. If you're Texas, like, you got to take this matchup personally. I mean, obviously everybody's excited about the matchup with her and Bree Hall, which that's going to be fun to watch as well. But it's like we said a couple episodes ago, like, she's only shooting like 26% against South Carolina this season. You can't have that type of performance in the Final Four. Not with your team to get to the national championship. So, but if you ask me, I'm still going with the Gamecocks. They've been in this situation before, and I think they're going to give us a better showing than what they showed us, over the past couple games.
Yeah, I think so too. I got South Carolina for sure. So I have nothing else. So what now?
I said chat, which I got.
Oh, yeah. Well, who y'all got? I'm pretty sure I know where the chat is going with this. I'm sure it's going to be South Carolina heavy, unless Meg or somebody is in the chat.
Andrea said Texas isn't going to move me until they get shooters. Rory gets healthy or Madison gets God mode or goes God mode. Biggest key is what the Texas bigs going to do versus USC, since that is USC's weakness this season. If Jones and Oldacre are able to hold it down, watch out. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit concerned about the middle, but they're used to it. At this point, it's not even really game planning. It's just who can execute better. You know, who's going to get the 50-50 balls, who's going to rebound better, and just who's going to play their style of basketball. And I think turn the ball over less. Because at this point you played them 3 times already. Like, you already know the scouting report. You already know what people are going to do. You know, it's just it's just about execution and who's more locked in. And I think because South Carolina has not been locked in the last 2 games and has shot poorly, I think we see a different South Carolina team against Texas. But also, it's hard to win back-to-back championships. It's just difficult at any level. So I think we're kind of that like now. Like you said, like, they're going through adversity, but I think that's normal when you're trying to win back-to-back championships.
Absolutely normal. No matter what sport it is, no matter what sport.
Let me ask you this real quick. Like, who do y'all think will step up for South Carolina offensively?
Papa.
I'm going Tessa.
I'm with Low on the law of averages. I feel like Papa's gonna have one of them. I mean, I feel like she's gonna need to have one of those, and I think she sees it. I think she knows. I know these girls be reading stuff. You know they be reading stuff. So
they just needed to make shots. You know, they find ways to get open and make shots. Like,
I'm gonna go with Tessa and Joyce.
Tessa's a good one.
Because Tessa has not been playing well.
No, she hasn't.
And my first like big moments in like really liking Tessa, because that's my favorite player. Well, on South Carolina, I would say Tessa or Joyce, but she just makes big shots. Like, she's just a big shot maker, and I like ballsy players like that. Like,
she's a gamer. She's a gamer.
As a freshman coming into the Final Four, hitting big shots, like, that's the kind of shit I like to see. So she's been playing bad. She knows her shot hasn't been falling. But I think Tessa's gonna surprise us. And I think Joyce is, a little bit disappointed of her showing last game. So I think she steps it up as well.
Yes.
Get out of here.
UCLA versus UConn. This is really gonna be an interesting matchup. I really want to see how they're gonna do with Lauren. But Nick, who you got?
God damn it, you going to me first?
Yes. I've been going to Low first the last couple of times. I go with you now.
A part of me is thinking UCLA only because there's really not an answer for Lauren Betts. Like, that's the sole reason why. Now, overall team-wise, I think UConn is by far the better team.
Yes,
and if
absolutely.
Paige is playing, if Paige is having a strong performance, if Sarah Strong is also playing well as well, they definitely have a chance to win. But I keep saying it. That's like, Lauren Betts is hard to defend. She's a cheat code, honestly, man. And I think that's pretty much how they've gotten through a lot of these games. Because like we said, I mean, they're in the Final Four, but I didn't really think UCLA really played like their best basketball, honestly, especially in like the first probably 2-3 rounds, honestly, when they played against Southern and when they played against Richmond. But you got that 6'6" monster, or however tall she is, and it's hard to really hard to defend her, something like that. But I'm gonna go UCLA. Fuck it, I'm gonna go UCLA. I think they got a chance of winning.
I just want to read what Tom says. Sarah is a matchup nightmare for Betts. They're not checking each other.
Right. I was gonna go to the same thing, though. I was like this. I'm like, what
they're not defending each other at all.
No way. If that happens, Corey Close needs to get her ass up out of there. She got her checking Sarah.
Also, if we keep it at a buck, if that was the case, Lauren would bury her and cook her because she was struggling with Reagan Beers. If we keep it at a buck, Sarah was struggling with Reagan Beers, and Lauren Betts is way better than Reagan Beers. So
yeah, that's not. Yeah, I wouldn't want that matchup for Sarah at all. Do y'all see like? Lauren Betts is a nightmare when she gets the ball.
What I'm saying, like, it's hard to stop her. Like, that's the biggest thing. That's why they're in this position. You can't defend her.
I mean, that is true. He does go small ball, but guess what? They're gonna get the points back because she's gonna bury her.
The fuck? I would Gino would go small. The fuck?
Yeah, Reagan got in foul trouble, but when they actually passed her the ball, like she was burying. Go back and watch the tape, bro. Y'all keep watching Live Sports. I'm trying to tell you, like she was burying her. She was struggling with her in the paint. Look up how many fouls she had.
Yeah, the real thing is gonna be the guards, like I've been saying all year with UCLA. Man, honestly, I want to see UCLA win this game just so I can see UConn fans like lose their mind on the timeline on Friday. I'm not gonna hold you.
But that's the thing as well, because they're also asking like, what's the rest of the team doing? And that's the thing. I mean, I do want Kiki Rice to have a strong game, but that's the thing. Like Lauren Betts is so dominant to where it's like she could play well, and the rest of the team plays average, and they still find a way to win.
No, yeah, this is one game thing. This ain't no series. Now, if this was a series, man, UConn probably, but one game, Lauren Betts can just have a career night, and that, you know what I'm saying. So anything can happen in a one game scenario. So, then I gotta pick my team, don't I? Fuck it, man. UCLA, dog. Fuck it, UCLA. Fuck it, man. I'm going UCLA. Man, anybody can win that game, though. Anybody can win that game. UConn, UCLA. So, I mean, don't hold a pick against me. So on Sunday, in our eyes, you
didn't ask me. I'm going UConn.
I didn't ask you. Oh, my fault. Going UConn. So
y'all see how they do the women on this show? That's crazy. It's like that.
Shut up! Don't let her gas y'all like that. She know good damn well.
I'm going UConn though. Against my better judgment, I don't want them to win because of their fan base, but I'm going UConn.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think they're playing at a great level. Gino's the better coach, so when it comes to the clipboard, and I think Paige is playing at a high level. I think Kiki's going to struggle defending her. I think AZ had a terrible game last game, so she's going to actually make some shots this game. Shoot. So I think it'll be difficult to counter Lauren Betts. Like I think she ain't about to do She better because last game she did terrible.
I might have to change my pick. I think I might have to go with UConn, even though I don't want their ass to win this game, man.
Hey, Nanya, you get what I'm putting down.
Man.
I mean, but that's the thing though. It's like when it comes to like a better team and a better coach, that it favors UConn.
It's definitely UConn. It's definitely
That's why I don't like if it's close, I already know I already know that clipboard ain't clipboard, and I just know it. So
and Gino been in this situation so many goddamn times.
And again, this is their first Final Four ever in their program history. So they're going to be inexperienced. Paige has been there, like everyone said, Paige has been there, you know, the 4 years that she has played. So yeah, like I also think she has an immense amount of pressure to get to the championship game. So she's going to do anything, and I just can't trust UCLA guards. I think that if you can let Lauren Betts go off but shut everybody else down, you got a chance to win.
Yeah, I don't trust their guards whatsoever. I mean, the timeline was mad at a motherfucker when I said that shit, boy. I just don't. Ain't nothing against Lauren. I just don't trust their ass. But
that's the thing. AOJ, I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm kind of
7.5 point favorites. Go ahead. What you say, Nick?
I was saying I don't know. I'm kind of contemplating changing my pick. It's like I don't know. It's such a tough pick, honestly, because the past so many rounds I wasn't even picking UCLA, but somehow they found a way to win. Look, obviously UConn.
You're right. I had UCLA about this bitch in Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. I didn't have them beat
or the Elite Eight. I definitely didn't have them. I definitely did not have them in the Final Four for sure. But
I just know if UConn is playing the kind of defense they was playing in that first, was it the first half against USC or was it the game before that? Against Oklahoma, if they playing that kind of defense, like it's gonna be a long night for them guards.
It will be.
I think that's gonna be the downfall right there for them is the guards.
And that's what I'm saying. Even if Lauren get 30 and 10, if they stop everybody else, they're going to UConn will still win the game.
Lauren will have to do like 30 and 15, 30 and 18. She's gonna have a crazy. I feel like Lauren had to have a crazy game for them to win this game for real.
Which
I'm telling you, all of them aren't going to be inconsistent. Yeah, I feel you on that, but man.
So let me ask you on the chat this too. Like, who would be the better match for guarding Paige? Would it be Kiki Rice or London Jones?
Man, bye.
Damn. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm going London Jones too.
Bro, I swear. I swear London Jones better not be on Paige.
You see
She's
what
a
Juju
better
did to
defender than
London?
Kiki, though. That's the thing.
Bruh, Paige is going to literally shoot over her like Juju was.
Yeah.
But she's easily gonna. Here's the thing: like London is oversized or undersized, but she does play physical defense.
Nick,
That's what I'm gonna say. She
okay,
is.
I understand that. I do. I get what you're saying. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that at all. Paige is 6 foot. London is 5'4". She's going to just shoot over the top of her. Like I don't care how feisty she is. I don't care how feisty she is. Like I would just send help. Like put Kiki on her and send help. Like for real, because like bro. Juju, when London was checking Juju, she had 30 each time.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Like, imagine an actual offense. Like Paige plays within the offense. So like just imagine Lindsay Gottlieb actually drawing up plays. Like, because Gino's gonna draw plays to get her looks. You know what I'm saying? So like you cannot, bro. Please do not start London out there. But then who is London gonna be on?
It's a possibility. I'm just saying.
Too, so she can't check AZ either. Oh God, yeah, I'm going UConn.
Yeah, I'm going.
Stay with UCLA. Stay with UCLA.
No, I can't. I'm not staying with UCLA.
I really don't care what comes out of this matchup, to be real.
You said what?
I really don't care what comes out of this matchup, to be real.
Me neither. I don't. I want UConn to lose, but I don't care either way, to be honest.
Yeah, same. So when it's all said and done, South Carolina win this whole thing on Sunday.
That's what I'm picking, but it's not a guarantee.
Low.
That's what I picked in my bracket, but I really think UConn can win it all.
They can.
I do too.
They definitely can.
UConn can win it all.
I'm going with South Carolina, but I would not be surprised at all if UConn.
I think that's the thing too. Like, if they do win, I don't think anybody should be surprised, especially with the run that they've been on. Like, because it's been some special shit that we've seen. And
if the game is close, the fix will be in. I'm just gonna let y'all know that now. If the game is close, the fix is going to be in, and it won't be in favor of South Carolina. I'm gonna just tell y'all that now.
Paige going number one regardless, win or lose. But
right.
Yeah, regardless of win or lose, she's still going number one. But man, I would love to see this rematch though. UConn, South Carolina. I would love to see that.
I gotta take that shit personal though. Fuck that. Y'all beat us by 30 last time.
This is not the same UConn team. This team that lost to like Tennessee, this is not that same squad, yo.
Yeah, because Paige ain't coasting no more. Sister trying to get that ring, and I'm all for it.
I even said that, like, they're gonna go as far as Paige takes them, and you see how she elevated her play throughout the tournament.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah. So I think maybe she was coasting a lot of the season, and now it's just it's time to turn up. It's game time. That's what hoopers do. Like, players that really go out there and can get one, like, that's what they do. You turn up when the lights are the brightest. Yep. And so we'll see what happens.
Yes. Damn. Oh yeah, we ain't gonna see y'all till I'm going to make sure that I have these games up on playback on Friday. I was gonna do it on this game. It was gonna be over this weekend, but I just wanted to watch hoops. And I just wanted to watch Notre Dame in peace. I would have been mad as fuck on playback watching that game. So glad. Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't do that shit. But man, this was a longer episode. I figured it would be. We had a lot of shit to cover, man.
It's like 45 minutes talking about Liv.
It's 530 of y'all in here, man. And it's been a fun tournament so far, man. It's been y'all saw. Yeah, I watched some of it.
I gotta go back and watch it. That's what I'm about to fall asleep.
I gotta go back and watch too.
Yeah, I'm glad a lot of y'all got to see Jazzy for the first time. I saw that.
I heard Jazzy play well. I heard the things about Aaliyah too. Not really.
People wasn't not talking.
Look, y'all right. Not y'all, but like the people on the timeline, y'all right.
It was killing Aaliyah. It was killing her, man.
I'm like,
hey,
bro.
Man, don't let one of my kids become a star in a sport, man. I'm gonna be like Mama Betts on y'all hoes as well, man. Y'all be talking crazy.
I'm gonna be worse than Mama Betts.
Y'all be talking crazy. She do be nice. She do be nice sometimes, like too nice. Y'all be talking crazy about these kids. These still children. They still 18, 19. High school, they 17, 18. Y'all still talking, aka Julia Newman. Why y'all doing Leah like that, man? She do be wild. Like
she ain't that bad.
But she ain't that bad, y'all.
That motherfucker trash.
Yeah.
Julian Newman is great shit.
Julian Newman is crazy, yo. He was, oh my God, that was bad. But man, it was a fun episode. I figure it was, man. Y'all been waiting on this episode ever since last night.
Appreciate all the supporters, man. We love y'all.
Yeah,
man.
I really appreciate y'all, man. 544 of y'all up in here watch us and talking these hoops, man. But playback will happen on play. We'll have again at least one for sure. South Carolina definitely is going to be on. I know y'all want to see. I know y'all going to turn up for South Carolina for sure. And depending on how we feel, we might just go into the next game. So, but we will be on playback on Friday. Like and subscribe everywhere. Like, tell your friends on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all that. All right, Best Damn W, TikTok, Best Damn W show. Man, y'all got anything to forget about here? No, I think y'all said everything. We've been going, we've been cooking, man. Oh man, y'all follow Lo on TikTok too, man. She out there just
follow me on TikTok. What's my name on there? Hoops with Lo. I'm still figuring it out. Period. Okay. I'm still figuring it out, but y'all follow me on TikTok. And if I'm posting all day on there, just mind your business.
Mind your business.
I have to do it because of the algorithm.
Let's support anyway. No matter how many posts that she has, just support.
Tom. Hoops with Lo. Look
Hoops
me
with
up.
Lo. Yeah, Hoops with Lo. Y'all got
Put it in there, Wally. Yeah.
Just Hoops with Lo is pretty easy.
I just got on TikTok this week.
She been doing her. She been doing her thing. It's funny. Funny stuff. She's talking about basketball. She's talking about life. She's talking about her neighbors. I don't know.
No, with WITH Lo.
Yeah, with Lo. And once again, happy birthday to Wiley, man. Happy birthday to you. Nick has a birthday coming up next week, I believe, right? Man, yeah.
Getting old, man.
It's that time. It's that time.
I'm getting old, man. As the youngest one on here.
Oh my God,
my 20s, man. I feel different. My body different. I'm breathing different. I'm like,
Nick, Nicholas, do not make me cuss you out.
Appreciate you. I'm gonna call you back when I get off of here.
Yeah, all these birthdays, man. My oldest turned 14 on Saturday. All these birthdays coming up. So happy birthday to everybody, man. But we'll see y'all on the timeline. Let's get up out of here. I love y'all.
What's up?
One band, one sound. Let's get up out of here, man. That was
Give me my theme music.
I love you, Wiley.